Hello everyone, welcome back to the Tomato Blues channel. This is me Anusha Rajagopal, and like I said before, I'm back with another Sadhya special today. We are going to be making a mixed vegetables avial. For that, if you guys have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and hit the bell icon for regular notifications whenever there's a new video on Tomato Blues. Now let's get started making our avial. I'm going to be breaking down this avial process into steps for easy understanding for beginners. So watch the video till the end to learn how to make the perfect avial which is not mushy or overcooked. I believe that is one of the biggest challenges people face when making avial. The veggies tend to become overcooked and do not hold shape. So I'm going to be sharing some tips for that over here. So stay tuned and watch the video till the end, my dear friends. Now let's get started making avial. We are going to be using mixed veggies to make our avial today. A typical Kerala style avial uses the countryside vegetables. They do not use English veggies like cauliflower, zucchini and broccoli. But if you're feeling very adventurous, then you can always make some avial with those veggies as well. Today I'm going to be using roughly 800 to 900 grams of veggies to make my avial. This measurement will easily serve 6 to 7 people for an Onam Sadhya. Let me quickly give you all the individual measurements for each vegetable. I'm going to be using 80 grams of carrot, 80 grams of raw mango, 70 grams of avarakai, that is field beans, 70 grams of kottavarangai, which is cluster beans, 50 grams of drumstick, 300 grams of ash gourd, which is vella pushani, 50 grams of potato, 50 grams of raw banana and 90 to 100 grams of yam, that is chenai. The most important vegetables for any avial would be varakai, chenakirangu, drumstick and ash gourd. Even if you do not have the other veggies, you can simply make your avial with these veggies that I mentioned just now. That is varakai, senakarangu, ash gourd, that is vella pushani and drumstick. You can also add taro, that is chembu or chepankarangu, to make your avial. Now the very important thing to remember while making avial is to cut all the veggies in even sizes and even thickness. This is what is going to make or break your avial at the later part while the veggies are cooking. Now let's get on to our next step, which is making the spice paste. For making the spice paste, we are only going to be using minimal ingredients. I have taken 1.5 cups of freshly grated coconut. Desiccated coconut, that is dry coconut, will not work for your traditional avial recipe, so please do not attempt it with the desiccated coconut. You can always find frozen coconut in all the supermarket aisles, so feel free to buy some and use it in your avial. Now I'm going to be adding 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. Now this step is not a very common step. I use this step to just bring out the beautiful flavors of coconut oil in my avial, and this also helps in better emulsification of the spice paste. Let us add 4 green chilies. I've used the Thai variety of green chilies here and they are super spicy, so feel free to adjust the spice requirements according to your palate. Let us now add 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds. I'm not going to add any water here, but I'm going to just give it a quick few seconds of pulse in the blender, and then now I'm going to be adding 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup of water, and we are going to grind this to a slightly coarse paste. This is not supposed to be a smooth paste. You can easily make out from here. It's slightly coarse. The coconut has a slight bite to it, and that's how your avial paste must look like. Now that the spice paste is done, set it aside and let us get on to the next step, which is cooking our veggies. I'm using a pressure pan today. I've added 6 to 7 cups of water. Now, unless you have an instant pot or a Mealthy multi-pot at home, do not pressure cook your veggies in a regular pressure cooker for your avial. Now to the water, I'm adding 2 teaspoons of salt. The best way to make sure your veggies hold shape is to cook them in an open pan. 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric powder goes into the water as well. I agree that the process is a little time consuming when you do it in the open pan, but the taste is just amazing. Now let us add all the chopped veggies into our water. Like I said, it's very important to chop your veggies in the same size or the same thickness to make sure that your veggies cook well and yet they hold shape. So basically, the longest cooking time for your veggies, or at least in this mixture of veggies, would be for yam, and then followed by varaka, that is raw banana, and then later on it is drumstick. So today we are going to cook all our veggies until the veggies become fork tender. It roughly took me about 8 to 10 minutes on high flame because I had added a lot of water. I was, very confident to crank up the flame. So this is how it looks once the veggies have cooked. You can see that the drumstick has changed color. Even the raw banana has changed color, or rather discolored. So now let us do a fork tender test. I'm going to fish out one yam, or one piece of yam rather, and I'm going to, poke a spoon through it to see if I can cut through it easily. So you can see that the yam is cooked, but yet it holds its shape. So this is the perfect consistency to switch off the flame. You can also see that the ash gourd has not become mushy. It still has its shape intact. I'm now going to drain all this in a colander, and this is how it looks after I've drained the colander. Like I said, we have used about 800 to 900 grams of veggies here to make our avial. Once you have drain the water of all the veggies, let us get back to finishing up our avial. That is the next step. Now what we are going to do at the next step is to add the spice paste and mix it thoroughly. Remember, we are not going to be adding any water at this point or at any point while making avial once you have cooked your veggies. So now I'm mixing the ground coconut paste into the cooked veggies. So my next tip to make a very beautifully looking, awesome flavored avial would be not to use a regular ladle, but instead use a dosa turner to mix your veggies. This ensures that your veggies do not break while mixing. So if you can see, I'm using a wooden dosa turner. This is not very sharp, and yet at the same time it serves the purpose really well. So just give it a good toss. You can also see that I have not drained the veggies completely. There is a little teeny tiny bit of water. I've left the water intact because we are just going to simmer it for a couple of minutes once I have mixed the mixture completely with the spice paste. So now I'm going to be simmering this for about 1 to 2 minutes on medium flame. Just make sure that you keep mixing it once and then. Let us also adjust the salt at this point of time. Remember friends, we've already added salt while the veggies were cooking. So I'm just adding 1 teaspoon of salt. If you want, you can add more or you can reduce the salt content. Now the ground paste and the cooked veggies are mixed well with each other. I'm going to be adding 10 curry leaves. I'm going to be tearing them roughly with my hands. Somehow I find that, tearing them roughly and adding it has more flavor than using a knife to chop them finely. Once we have mixed the ground paste and the veggies, we are going to allow it to completely cool down before adding yogurt. I'm going to be adding 2 cups of well whisked yogurt with a slight tang to it. Your yogurt must be a little tangy on the sour side for a very good tasting avial. Please do not use freshly set yogurt for making avial. And do not heat up the avial once you have added the yogurt. This is the final step, and that's it, my friends. Our avial is done. So once we've added the yogurt and mixed it well with the cooked veggies and ground paste, we are going to do the final secret step to getting that perfect Kerala style avial. I'm going to be drizzling 1.5 tablespoons of cold pressed coconut oil. There is no tempering involved in making avial, no mustard seeds, no urad dal, nothing. It's just this, my dear friends. It's a very simple, straightforward recipe. I hope you guys try it for your Onam Sadhya. Once this is done, let us finish it up with some more curry leaves. And that's it. Our yummy and, nutrition dense avial is ready to be served as a part of our Onam Sadhya. If you're looking for more Onam Sadhya recipes, then you will find recipes in our YouTube channel and as well as on our blog tomatoblues.com. So do give it a try. In case you try any recipe from our channel or from our blog, do not forget to take a picture and share it with us on Instagram by tagging us at tomatoblues. Happy Onam, my dear friends. I hope you all have a fantastic spread on this year's Thiruonam. And that's it. In case you like this video, do not forget to like and share and comment and also subscribe to our channel. We'll meet you all soon again with another video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.